Well, folks, I'm sorry. I just got into the Zoom meeting. They had me up first. Zoom wouldn't let me share the screen. I couldn't come on live on another platform. So sorry that happened. Sorry that happened. I didn't realize that would happen, but they wouldn't let me share the screen on Zoom. So I could not do it. So I was hoping to do it. But anyways, there's another meeting coming up on the 27th. This one, they wouldn't let me speak. I talked about the environmental impact, about how a little town can become a city pretty quick. And of course, Watchtower is building a huge, huge media center. And you guys all know that. And we've been discussing it on our JW World News. But very disappointed tonight. Their sound quality, of course, it's a small town, but their sound quality and their whole setup is just terrible. So the 27th, coming up here in a few days, they're going to have another meeting. He said I could come in then and I could voice my opinions on what the Watchtower is up to and why I believe that people should get a heads up on the Watchtower. They wouldn't let me talk about it tonight. They just wanted environmental impact information, and I told them how I felt about it, where I do go up there from time to time and do a little relaxation. It's beautiful countryside. And I mentioned that they're going to turn it into a city. But you couldn't hardly hear what they were saying. They had other people talking while I was speaking. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. I might even try to even go up there myself and drive up if I have to, because these Zoom meetings are lousy. But I'm going to see how I can't get around this idea of not sharing my screen, because on ScreenYard, you should be able to share your screen. But I wasn't able to do it. I do it every week, but somehow they blocked it and I couldn't do it. So I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I wish I could. I wish I could have been in there. I wish I could have been in there. If someone has a comment, well, I guess you can't really comment here. You can comment in the live chat, but I'm not sure why we couldn't get StreamYard in there. Maybe if we hello, everyone. Rick Farron, and I have to tell you, I was kind of disappointed tonight. I did get into the. I hope I'm not repeating this because my StreamYard has been giving some issues, but I did get into the Zoom meeting for the media hearing, for Watchtower's Media Center hearing. It was tonight. I was the first one out of the chute, so they brought me in, and they wanted to know what my feelings were on the Watchtower building this mega studio up there. And I mentioned to them that I go up there from time to time for relaxation. It's a beautiful area. It's about 200 miles from where I live. And my relatives live up there. So I'm familiar with the area. And it's right across the Watchtower is only a mile away from where they're putting this studio in. But to make a long story short, they let me at least voice my concerns. I told them I had some environmental concerns. Once you let people start coming in and building big complexes, it turns into a city pretty fast. So the hearing was very bad. I could hardly hear what they were saying. They had people talking over me. A very, very bad situation. But anyways, I found it fascinating. So they wouldn't let me speak up. I tried to tell them. I said, I've got some information I want to share with you on the Watchtower. Well, they wouldn't let me do that either. They just shut me down. They said, no, 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 this is not the time to do that. Same thing they did to me last time, because I went in last May, I believe it was. Yeah, last May, I went in and same thing. As soon as I said I have some information I want to share, I think the neighbors should be aware of what's going on with this organization. Nope, can't talk about it. He shut me down. But I says, well, when can you talk? Well, when are they going to have a meeting where I can actually come in and speak and talk and tell you what my position is? So he says on the 27th of March, I guess that's coming up. Yeah, a few days. So anyways, I'm going to try to get back in again and see if I can't get this settings right. See if I can find a way around getting my StreamYard to bring in the hearing on a separate screen, but they wouldn't let me do it this time around. So I'm going to try to find a way around that. So we didn't miss much. Bunch of hocus pocus going on. You know how these town meetings are. But I'm going to come back in on the 27th, and we'll see if we can't get a listening audience then. Let me just check and see if I got any comments here. And yeah, well, a few comments here. Well, yeah, we would love to shut this down. Let me tell you something. The reason why I think this is very important, this media center is huge. In the Watchtower, they know that they're not going to be able to recruit people going door to door. They're not going to be able to recruit people in their cart work. Let's face it, that doesn't work. I mean, even if you go back to the early 2000s, when I was just fellowshipped in 2005, but I was going right up to I was going out in service right up till then. No, nobody would answer the door. No, nobody wanted to talk to a Jehovah's Witness. So they're on to that. So this is their last vestige of hope. Their last vestige of hope is to get this movie studio, and it's huge. This mega media center. It's their last hope to get this built, and then they're hoping to just become an internet evangelical service. Oh, let's get people from all over the world, and that's their plan. We got to really stop this. We cannot allow Watchtower to do this. If we can shut this down, and I know even tonight there's some environmentalists that were really they're activist environmentalists, and it's called the Rosa Environmental Group, and they're in New York, and there's going to be a number of them there tonight. So I'm going to monitor the login. I'm going to get back into Zoom, and if I see if anything interesting, I'll come back on and let you know exactly what's happening. But we'll try it again on, I guess it's Friday night. When is it? Let me check my calendar. I'm not sure when the 27th is, but they said I could come back then. The 27th, that's a Sunday. Well, I'm going to call the town. I mean, that's foolish. I don't think they're going to have a meeting on a Sunday unless they're giving me the runaround. I think that's what they do. They know that I've been in there before. They know that I'm not happy over the Watchtower. But I'm going to call the town office tomorrow and let them know that, someone's going to be able to speak up. I come in twice now, you shut me down. So, I want, I'm going to have to report it to the Attorney General of New York. If I can't get to speak at a town meeting, and I was registered to do it, I just didn't come bebopping in there. If I can't get to speak, I'm finding something wrong with that. Don't you? It's a town meeting. People have a right to voice their concerns. 2 times I've tried it, they shut me down. So now they're telling me I can come back in on the 27th. Now I'm just checking my calendar here. That's a Sunday. Well, when's the last time a town hall is open on a Sunday? Yeah, you're lucky to get a town hall open on a Friday, never mind a Sunday. So I'm going to call them tomorrow and say, hey, what's up with this? I'm getting a runaround here. And I'm going to call the Attorney General if this is going to keep up. I want my hearing. I want to be able to speak up and let the people of Ramapo in Orange County, New York, know how dangerous the Watchtower is. I just don't want them to go ahead and have this thing built, and nobody had any way of explaining to the town folks who their neighbor is going to be. They're going to have a cult next door. The people don't know that. A lot of them are country people. They're not up to date on what's going on with the Watchtower. They don't even know who the Watchtower is. They think it's a Christian organization. We know it's a dangerous cult, and I believe the people of Orange County, I believe the people of Ramapo, I believe they have a right to know. So this idea of keep shutting me down is going to have to end. And I'm going to get to the bottom of this tomorrow. But I'll give you guys an update. And whenever the next meeting is, if they're going to play games on Zoom, I'm going to go out there personally. I'm going to drive the car and go out to the meeting. I'm going to talk to them tomorrow and see what's going on. But thank you. And I'm sorry that I could not get the whole thing pulled off here tonight. So sorry about that. I really tried, but they would not let me share my screen. The sound quality was terrible anyways. So we'll just take one day at a time here, and we'll see how I'm going to handle this. But I want to get my say. And I hope that if there's any other Jehovah's Witnesses out there, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and they're listening in, well, why don't you write me at jwworldnews@gmail.com, jwworldnews@gmail.com, and maybe we can join forces here somehow. Maybe you would like to get on the Zoom too, or maybe you'd like to, even if you're in New England, maybe you'd like to travel up there with me. and we can see if we can't get a hearing and get people to realize, living in Warwick area, that whole area, Warwick, Ramapo, Tuxedo, it's all in that same general area. We got to get the people up there to know who's moving in. If they know an organization that covers up pedophilia, that shuns family members and friends if they leave the organization, if they knew all of this, would you want them for neighbors? Come on. Would you want them for neighbors? But I can't get to first base. That's all I want to say. I'm not going to beat the Watchtower to death, but I think people in that area have a right to at least know who the Watchtower is. I'll keep you up to date. But thank you very much, and thank you for being understanding. I was hoping to pull this off so you guys could really get a bird's eye view of what goes on up in Watchtower country. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.